Hello everyone, we're here with Gunny. Gunny is a Doberman, a breed I'm particularly fond of. I can honestly say it's probably my favorite companion dog. The Doberman originated around 1850 to 1870 in Thuringia, which is a region in Germany. It was developed by Friedrich Louis Dobermann, a tax collector. Why is it important to know that he was a tax collector? Because it ties in perfectly with the purpose this dog served. Back then, being a tax collector or a municipal messenger, going door to collect money, was not a very safe job. So this dedicated and passionate dog enthusiast meticulously created an exceptionally loyal and incredibly sensitive canine companion that could effectively serve as his personal and unwavering protection. In fact, why do I love the Doberman so much? Because in my opinion, it's a dog with such a high level of empathy that, and of course take what I say with a grain of salt, it borders on telepathy. What do I mean by that? I mean that if you're sad, your Doberman will very likely be sad too. If you're agitated, your Doberman will very likely be agitated as well. So it's a dog bred to be in close contact with humans. Maybe it's the dog that's been bred more than any other to be in close contact with people. In fact, it can't stand the cold. It can't stand the heat. It's a dog that needs to stay indoors, close to us. An extremely sensitive and indeed a highly reactive dog. This particular dog, Gunny, whose full pedigree name is Altengarde Omero, actually comes from the renowned Altengarde kennel. Why do I want to specify the dog's breeding origin this time? Because, well, this type of breeder produces working dogs, working Dobermans. So Dobermans that are more similar to how they were originally bred a long time ago. So in my opinion, it was more important to bring you. Ganino, you need to stay here a bit. Let's give him a treat, shall we? Can you wave hello? Good boy, good boy. As I was saying, these are dogs bred for their functionality and for their temperament. If we look at a show Doberman, we can see there are some differences. Their chests are more prominent. You'll notice more pronounced stops, and their muzzles are more like a gun barrel, as they say. Obviously, beauty never goes hand in hand with functionality. Gunny is an extremely functional dog with incredibly sharp reactivity. Morphologically, the Doberman is a powerful and athletic dog that combines great muscular power with remarkable lightness, so it possesses an impressive effectiveness and agility. Its strong bond and deep empathy with its handler make it an exceptional protection dog, as well as a companion. All of us would like to have someone by our side who understands us. We all want someone who is sad when we are sad, and happy when we are happy. Well, the Doberman, on a canine level of course, can really reflect this, and I believe it is extremely rewarding for a handler. These dogs were also used in both the Second World War and the First World War by the Germans. They were also used to keep watch over prisoners of war. If you remember the Dobermans with cropped ears, now you see them intact because nowadays dogs are rightly kept intact. But if you think of the Doberman in the collective imagination, it's with upright ears and a docked tail. If we use a bit of imagination, we can see that the Doberman looked a bit like a vampire, if you think about it. So, the reason was that it had to be intimidating, both when serving the tax collector and with prisoners, and it did that very well. Obviously, back then they were of a different size. They were a bit smaller, with a morphology similar to this type of dog. Their chests were a bit more tucked in, making them more functional, with a light bone structure but lots of muscle. So a dog that developed both speed and power at the same time, and with enormous sensitivity. Sometimes this dog is demonized, seen as bad, but actually, show them you're good, because you are very good, very good, very good. Come here, come. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, there you go. He's extremely affectionate, but he can, excuse the term, switch from affection to aggression very quickly. I want to address something that many of you are probably wondering about. The legend about the Doberman, that its skull doesn't grow, but its brain does, and at a certain point it goes crazy and attacks people. Well, that's as ridiculous as a flying donkey. Let's see what you want to do. Come here, come here. What did you do to Uncle? Where's Uncle? Oh my goodness. Oh yes, what a very good boy. Oh, what exactly is Uncle doing to you right now? Okay. As I was saying, the biggest nonsense of all is thinking that this dog has a skull that can't contain its brain. But there's a reason. There's a motivation that gave rise to this legend. The Doberman was also, unfortunately, used by the SS, and those kinds of people simply did not possess the ability to properly handle a dog that, at 3 years of age, with full sexual maturity, having such incredibly quick reactions, and possessing such significant aggressiveness. We can say that they handled these dogs in a way that was too harsh, not sensitive, and their nature, certainly lacking in self-criticism, gave rise to the legend that the dog was badly bred, and so at 3 years old it would go crazy and bite them, rather than admitting that they themselves were unable to handle such a dog. The Doberman is a dog that absolutely must be handled with authority, not authoritarianism. It's a dog that always needs to understand you, because it gets hurt due to how symbiotic it is with you. It's a dog, especially this line here, which is the line of my first Doberman. I had a Doberman. His name was Altengarde. He's one of a kind. I'll never have another Doberman because for me, Doberman was him. The Doberman is the dog of a lifetime, and I recommend anyone who gets a Doberman, especially a working line, should get guidance. Obviously, it's different if you get a Doberman from a show line. In that case, the dog will definitely be more docile. But a working dog gives you a kind of satisfaction you can't even imagine. These are dogs that achieve excellent results even in competitions, always in the sport I do, the G-piece, but they can also be used in any kind of activity. I would avoid water activities because they're not exactly fans of swimming, but they are versatile dogs. In my opinion, this is a dog that's a bit underrated these days. Maybe because handling this breed from a trainer's technical perspective requires a bit more skill, compared to handling a Malinois, a Belgian Malinois Shepherd, or a working line German Shepherd. But I can say that this is a dog that would give you enormous satisfaction if you have the right guidance. In short, if you need real companionship and a dog that understands you, and more than anything, a dog that understands your feelings, get a Doberman. I assure you, you won't be disappointed. Where are we going out now, Gunny? Don't we have an exit? Let's go out this way. Gunny, let's go.